plays games with Steve
and Angel.
I have the Wiimote again. I should have mentioned those few minutes, those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Decisive evidence needs. What's this?
Objection! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Because we've totally been doing that the entire time.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Oh shit, is that right? I don't know, Emma.
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
News to me.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Wow.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Good lord, we have 1 life left.
So you will not be making any choices without letting me know first.
Okay,
Because
Dad.
no, but seriously, because it's really annoying.
Angel's gonna come to me and be like, ask your father.
Yeah.
Steve!
Ask your father.
Oh. I should have mentioned this
I'm just the cool stepdad.
when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Yeah, why weren't you?
Hold it! Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it?
False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
It's the audience. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Hold it! And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
Oh my god. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the laundry list of crimes you are committing is insane. Now tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's.
Hold it! So you brought it to the forensics department?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. Ugh. A lot of X's and S's.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. Wow, that's my word today.
The shoe does appear to have
Dickelodeon.
blood stains on it. Nickelodeon's late after night.
Yeah, that's their Adult Swim.
Yeah.
And yes, I know there's Nick at Night.
Actually, there's already exists. It's called makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
We should do a Nickelodeon challenge where neither of you can mention or reference Nickelodeon, and whoever does it first has to do, I don't know, do a punishment of some kind.
Push-ups?
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch a live-action movie.
Wow.
I can make fun of myself. And the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood.
Hold it! You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the victim with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, if you combine all various blood types, there are millions of types. It's practically impossible to narrow a blood sample down to one person. Or so I hear.
Millions of types?
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test. I would have gotten DNA test results. Well, they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's. I keep wanting to say Lana Del Rey.
Lana who?
Lana Del Rey. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless.
Hold it! Can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Mm-hmm. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe?
Can we say there's a problem?
Yes, go for it.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction!
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Are they spicy?
Well, peppered.
Oh, peppered.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe?
I have no idea.
Show us the problem with this evidence. You're actually going to look at it.
Oh, good God. And I have to look at it on a tiny ass screen.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine ever doing that. Can you, SungWon? Playing this game on a tiny screen?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some underneath it. And on the heel. Can I click that? Is that okay?
So I mean, just explain your thought process.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me look at the rest of the shoe. Did it get anywhere else? Yeah, why is it... It's underneath the shoe.
Okay.
On the right foot. I mean, this is my first time noticing that there's blood underneath.
Sure. So, what's weird about that? What if there's blood underneath the shoe? Then what's strange?
I mean, I would need to know like whose blood is whose.
No, you don't.
I don't.
If there is blood underneath the shoe, then what is strange about this whole situation?
That she stepped in someone's blood. It was from one fatal stab, and they bled out.
Okay.
But she was putting the body in the trunk, supposedly. It's just that, like, how did she step in the blood? I don't know why, though. I'm kind of head empty right now. Should I just click it?
No.
No. Okay.
I need you to understand. The tutor in me is coming here. Is coming back to life. You see me? I'm doing the. If you can always ask for a hint.
Professor, can I have a hint?
Okay, so if you step in blood, then what should you expect to see at that scene then?
Blood stains.
Well, like what kind of blood stains? You would see.
What kind of blood stains?
If you step in blood and leave, what would you see?
Footprints.
And were there any?
No.
Now you can do it.
Okay.
Take that. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be blood on the bottom of your shoe.
No, your blood on the bottom of my shoe was what she said. Yeah. And she like messes up. My blood on the bottom of your shoe.
Got him.
What? Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? And again, don't present without confirming first.
Okay.
But based on what we just talked about, what should we present?
There should be footprints, right?
Okay. So what would be the best way to represent that?
The parking lot, the entrance. This is just a map. Should it be the photo? And there's no blood. There's no footprints. There's nothing there. She's not even wearing white shoes. So is it this?
Yep, there are no footprints.
Okay.
Take that. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you could see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
Objection! This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection! If there were bloody prints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Can I go, Lark?
No.
Or no? Order! Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh.
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright. Think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What? Hold it.
Hold it! I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. Well, what are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Roar.
Jesus.
That's my impression of her.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. What? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me. Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So my sister's blood on the shoe, that's when it happened?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime. She tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it!
Little girl, what did he just say? Huh? Me? Did he say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints? Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
But wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Objection! You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare me. The cough-up queen. Look at this. Oh, God.
A photograph. Can we all just show all these things straight up, right at the beginning? Strange.
I had this just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Oh, it's his shoe.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Oh.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Oh, would you?
Objection!
Oh my god.
Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? I'm bored.
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should save.
Oh. Save your game?
Save yogame.
All right, let's go bait.
Game over.
Game over.
Aye, give every claim a fair shake, why not? Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. You're giving it to me? You can control it.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I will say, a little hard to see, so you might want to...
I wish we could, like, zoom.
Yeah,
this
that's
in
kind of a shame.
and shit.
Do you notice anything?
I'm trying to make sense of, like, the way that the body is laid out. Okay, like, this is the leg. This is the right shoe. Can I go back and look at my evidence? I can't.
Why don't you go actually get up and go get closer to the TV? Just be careful.
Could you squeeze a little bit?
And I'll whatever you say, I'll repeat for the mic. All right. I'm copying every single one of them. Shut up. All right.
Oh, there's something in the muffler. That's why they brought up the muffler.
Have a seat, Angel.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to see, so I was like, you might want to get up for this. And also, they said, there's something in the muffler. That's why they said muffler. Anyway, let's present.
There's something in the funny muffler.
Boo-boo keys.
It's boo-boo keys, yeah.
The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I don't know what a muffler is.
I only go by horse-drawn carriage. Yeah. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Olive
oil.
A muffler. Well, they mentioned a muffler? That's it, right?
Go for it.
Okay.
Just
Take
go
that.
for it.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Well, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. This is my impression of her. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Up to the cupboard with you now, Chip.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Muffler? Yeah.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh.
Off to the cupboard with you, Miss Starr.
Miss Starr. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
I guess.
Whew! That was close. But he made it. At least for now.
Let's see you guys with my one life left.
The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all.
It's actually dinner time for us.
Yeah.
He's still hungry?
He hungry. He's a big boy.
I'm hungry.
I think that was mislabeled judge for that last line.
Oh.
I think it said judge. I maybe I misread it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm still hungry?
Oh, we made it.
Did I save?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I didn't
You did.
do like the full. Okay, well, whatever. All right. Well, I'm crying, I guess. Mr. Wright,
Huh?
No, go for it, actually.
It's like, huh? What?
are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand.
It's so much worse.
Yeah. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Her only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
No, step on me.
Hola, partner.
You can be the one that steps on me.
They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall.
Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory.
What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor station mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all?
Oh.
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
Oh. What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Ugh. I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
Shit!
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee!
That didn't help at all.
Doop. Oh, the courtroom's actually, like, changed number. But
I'd like to resume?
Well, why don't you resume tomorrow?
I suppose I will?
Okay.